Southwest Florida, welcome back to the award-winning Lee Pitts Live. And where are we now? We're here at a chef table. The chef table put on by Richard Smith, also known as Big Dro, also known as Chef Dro. He has done a fabulous rollout of his inaugural Chefing at Your House, your event. He is a 5-star, top-of-the-line chef. African-American, grew up in Dunbar, and he's brought out a sold-out house here to kick off his event. And Lee Pitts Live is certainly proud to have been the media sponsor of this event. A who's who has come out here this Friday night to be a part of this as the night starts to settle in. We're on our third course of the 6-course meal. And when we say who's who, the future mayor of Fort Myers has graced us in her busy campaign schedule. So without further ado, if I say her, you know it's Jacquelyn McMiller. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live, Jacquelyn.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lee.
I'm so happy to have endorsed you.
Oh, well, you know what? I saw that and I thought that's just like the president saying, Obama, that president. But you're the president of Fort Myers. I consider you, everyone knows you, we love you, and just to know that you took the time out to do that is incredible.
That's a historic moment, and it is your illuminous moment. And everybody who's anybody need to be a part of this. We need to get behind you as we go to November the 3rd. We will come back to the election, but let's go to the moment that you find so important is to get out and support businesses. You're here. You could have been a lot of places on this Friday night. You came out to this event to support a young man who's doing his chef business in various locations. Tell us why you felt it was important to be here.
Well, I think about how I've been supported, but also just through my life. And I met Richard several months ago, and I was so impressed with him. And when he told me that this is something, and he invited me and told me about it, I knew that I had to block out that entire schedule that I had for this evening to be sure to be here to support him. And this is entrepreneurship at its best.
Right, and this is exactly what is going to be needed to bring our economy back here in Fort Myers and in Southwest Florida and throughout the country. You've talked about the importance of small businesses and how, as a city elected official, as the mayor, you're going to be pro-business, helping businesses in any ways that you can, right?
Absolutely. Small businesses is the crux of any city, any area. You know, that's what keeps the economy moving. So we definitely need to do that. I knew when I had my own business in Collier County, I needed that support. You know, so it's only right that I come out and I support the small businesses and knowing that they are going to be there to support the city as well.
You know, one of the things that I've looked at is your schedule. I mean, I see it on social media. You're everywhere. That enthusiasm is contagious. If people know that you're working hard to accomplish this monumental goal, it makes everybody say, we got to get back. We got to be involved. Have you heard that feedback as well?
I have. And naturally, believe it or not, I'm an introvert. Mm-hmm. So, but once I get out there and I'm talking to people and they are supportive, and even those that may not know me very well, and once we start to talk and have those conversations, totally supportive, and it is so much fun. Right. It's wonderful getting to know them.
What people need to stay in touch with that you have coming up in the near future as we move towards November the 3rd?
Oh, we are having some events that we're putting on, so stay on my Facebook page at Jacquelyn McMiller for Mayor, and we're actually having the FRRC is having an event tomorrow, Saturday, at the Stars Complex, and myself, along with the Biden campaign, we're actually having and helping to sponsor Souls to the Polls on Sunday. So I've invited everyone. I'm very spiritually based, and I would love for people to come out. What's been happening within the last few months during this campaign of mine has really moved people, and I think it should just be a day of prayer and worship. we're going to have food there, barbecue, seafood. We have a gentleman coming even from Miami, and also some local vendors that, I've wanted to really bring people, those small businesses, in to be able to utilize their skills and show what, feed us and celebrate.
You mentioned something, FF something. What did you just say?
FRRC.
Tell us what that is.
It's an organization.
What do those letters stand for?
Florida Restoration for Returning Citizens.
Okay.
And I believe it is. But it really is ran by Desmond Meade. And Neil Volz is going to be there. But it's really, I've had an opportunity during this campaign to meet so many wonderful returning citizens that have actually had their opportunity to vote for the first time. Mm-hmm. I've had young men that have called me asking where to vote. Mm-hmm. And they said that they wanted to vote for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just I'm humble, to see something like that.
I don't think I've interviewed you. I probably will be interviewing you soon too, as well as at Mount Hermon. So I don't want to get too political at this moment, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to thank the people who came out to get you through that tough primary and now get you to the general election.
Let me tell you about Fort Myers. Fort Myers came out in August, which is usually, is not known that they usually vote in August. It's usually in December. But they came out in August, and they had more votes within Wards 1, 2, and 3, and 4 than they've had in the last 10 years. And I won Wards 1, 2, and 3, and I did very well in the other wards. So I'm just proud of them, and this is a moment that we're pushing forward with.
As a person who studies things like that, what does that say in terms of your prospect and that turnout in those wards, in terms of your prospect to become the next mayor of Fort Myers? I could be sitting right here with a historic figure.
Yes, and I'm humbled by it. I will compare this the same way with Richard. The support with us coming here and supporting him, and the support that has come out in Fort Myers, that's telling us that we're really going back to the meat of things. That's supporting each other, loving each other, and knowing that we're going to be there for each other. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that I had a tiny bit to do with that, but to know that they're really coming out and voting, doesn't matter who they vote for. Just know that people have fought and died for the right, just the right for us to vote. I've
noticed a billboard that you have that has a lot of prominent people who have gotten behind you. Audria Anderson, wife of the former judge, and she sat on the board of Florida Governors for Education. Joe North, Marcus Goodson, and Fred Morgan, Melvin Morgan, Mom, all of them on your billboard. And of course, you're the auntie of Sammy Watkins. I'm sure he's really behind you as well.
Oh, he is. He is. I had a chance to talk to him today, and he's doing very well. But he's behind me, and some of the mentors of the city, of our city, of the Dunbar area that I grew up with idolizing. Joseph and I, we went to school together, and we grew up together and knew each other for years, and Marcus Goodson has been such a support for me through so many things. So just to see this, and I really wanted to surround myself and show the people that see that billboard that you surround yourself with good people. It makes you a better person.
Well, people have kind of gravitated to you like Michelle Obama in a sense. I think people feel a warmth from you, a genuineness from you, and something that's really been missing. When you get the opportunity to govern a city like Fort Myers that's still predominantly, well, is viewed as predominantly white, but is actually a majority minority city. People don't realize that, but it still got that good old boy, old fashioned flavor to it. How do you feel about that change, that look, a brown person as the mayor?
I think it's a long time coming. Mm-hmm. It just tells us how we are evolving and we're progressing. We're moving forward, and it's not just about being a brown woman. It's all about being a woman in general. I just feel like just having the opportunity, because women have always had that glass ceiling. And, for black women, I call it plexiglass. It's even tougher, So I really want to show the young women here in the city of Fort Myers what we can do. If you keep your head, bowed down to God, and knowing that you keep working hard, you can achieve absolutely anything. There's nothing that can hold you back.
Back to the food. How are you enjoying the food so far?
It's delicious.
Talk about the atmosphere and everything. Just kind of sum up what you're experiencing here.
It's beautiful. Everyone is very relaxed. It's really a good change from the whole political scene, and just being here and seeing Richard do his art. This is actually art. This is artwork. And not only is it beautiful, but it also it tastes delicious. So I'm hoping I'll follow him anywhere.
Right.
Actually, around the globe, wherever he's going, I'll follow him, because he is such a trooper. He's an entrepreneur. He has this wonderful mind, but most of all, he has this beautiful spirit. And it speaks through his food.
Great role model for the community.
Yes, absolutely. Every child that loves to cook, this is where you can start from. This is where you can be, and the sky's the limit. He grew up in the projects. He said that. He tells, and he's proud about it. So I want the kids to know that there's nothing wrong with growing up in Dunbar, growing up in the projects, because that will not define you.
We got to get on your head, right? We got to get a Leap His Life anniversary cap on your head and a photograph in there.
Absolutely.
Can we make that happen, Ms. Mayor?
Give it to me, for sure.
Hey, let's get it. Let her borrow your cap for a minute. We'll get it. We'll get her original. Let's continue that. Your hair looks good.
It'll go with the black.
We'll get you a black one.
Yeah.
All right. Just pull it down the back right there. All right. Hey, get a picture of that, bro. Get a picture of that. We'll continue with our interview. Look at that. That's what we talking about. Now, when you're taking your oath, not your little oath, but when you accepting the mayor's job and on the Bible, and when you have your party, a celebration party, make sure you find something to put on your head. We'll have something conveniently located. Where have you decided where your party is going to be yet?
Well, we're with most of the Democratic Party. We're going to be actually at the Luminary.
Okay.
So,
all right. We're on our fourth. I think we're coming up with our fourth part of this 6-course meal. You've had a chance to partake in 3 already. We're taking you from the food for a second. Tell us about the first 3, how you felt about it.
Oh, the salad was beautiful. I take pictures of everything, especially when it's beautiful. I actually love the lobster cake with the corn and the, it was very, very delicious.
I enjoyed that too.
And very, it had this great taste to it. It was
just
really wonderful.
Melted right in your mouth, didn't it?
It did. And I'm not big on seafood, especially seafood cakes or, crab cakes or anything, but that was, I need to take some home. I'm going to take some home.
All right, shout out to you again, Big Dro. Yes, Chef. Chef Table. You are now a couple of weeks away from what could be a historic moment. Has that hit you yet?
It actually hasn't. I don't know. People, I had a young woman that met me and she cried. She's a young attorney, and I started crying, and she was telling me how proud she was of me. And I've never been that one that wants to be out there in front of everyone or whatever. I just somehow end up doing that. But I was humbled by her feelings and her thoughts, and just thinking that I have to remind myself and sometimes pinch myself that it's still happening.
Yeah, but one of the things that you just said that just resonated with me, having been doing this television show for 30 years, I've interviewed a lot of politicians and a lot of would-be politicians. And I've interviewed all the mayors during that time, all the people who were running for mayor during that time. And I've just seen it from a different perspective than the average person because of the television show. Seen them win, seen them lose, seen different people running. But something that you just said, that made me say that this is divine intervention. And I know that you are a very spiritual person. But when you say, hey, I'm not the person who be out there all the time. I'm not the person who's in the spotlight. But that says that you are called by divine intervention. Mm-hmm. And that is more powerful than anything that one could have behind them. You ever thought about that?
Oh, I think about it all the time. That was one of the reasons why I decided to run and step up, because I think I posted it on Facebook, and I've never been a huge Facebook user, but I saw something that said that a strong woman isn't born, she's made by the trials and tribulations that she goes through. And that hit me, and it was actually early this morning when I saw it, and I said, you know what, this is what God has always told me. Even I never saw barriers. I saw opportunities to learn and grow and get stronger. So, you know, I tell all the young kids that I talk to, bad things may happen, but you can always take something positive out of it that makes you a stronger and a better person. And because of God, I've been able to do that. Now, He's not through with me yet. I'm a masterpiece in the making. You know, and I'm not perfect by any means, and that just means that I got a lot more learning to do, but a lot more growing to do, and I'm going to enjoy every moment, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Divine intervention is happening, people, and it's happening right here in Fort Myers. We're going to give our future mayor of the city of Fort Myers an opportunity. Of course, on Lee Pitts Live, we've made a lot of history over the years. Pretty much interviewed every historical figure who has come through Southwest Florida. It's kind of become a little routine for me. But in this particular case, specifically in this particular case, it is not routine. This is history at its highest level in the city of Fort Myers that's on the brink of occurring. I give you the opportunity to look into that camera, say something to Chef Dro, and also take about 30 minutes to tell people what their next action steps should be.
Richard, I am so proud of you. You have come from a place and you're proud of it, from the projects, from the city of Fort Myers, and you are a role model to every young man and young girl that they can be anything that they wish that they can be, or they dream that they can be. All they have to do is keep their head bowed to God and move forward and do the very best you can, because that it will happen. I want to tell everyone that this is something that I'm not just doing. This is something for the entire city of Fort Myers, because we are the people. It's not just about me. So what I would like for you to do is go to www.mcmillerformayor.com. Join me. I want you to be a part of this historical, momentous time that's happening in the city of Fort Myers. But most of all, we have some events coming up in the next week. Heading up to November 3rd for voting. Please get out and vote. Come to Souls to the Polls on Sunday and watch my Facebook page for all of the events that's going to be coming up. We are hoping for everyone to come out, celebrate, and vote. Vote, vote. Your vote is your power.
Spell that page address.
www.McMiller, McMillerFormayor.com. And that's McMillerForMayor.com.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts. I hope you enjoy that particular show, but you can always catch us here on YouTube. Just click on the subscribe button down there. That way you can get your Lee Pitts Live on demand when you want it and how you want it. We also encourage you to watch our show on FOX4 and connect with us on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live.